Welcome back to Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy and we're going to get straight into our daily stock recap. So we're looking at NEO right now on the 30-minute time frame, and the biggest thing to talk about here with NEO is the fact that we broke down from our bull flag, but we did find some temporary support here on our 50-day SMA, and so seeing a couple bounces off this was a very bullish sign. And so our next move here for NEO is try to make its way back into this channel, and then we play out the rest of this pattern. And so if we cannot hold this 50 SMA, there will be a lot more downside pressure here on NEO in the short term. And so we had a great close today above our 50 SMA as well as a back test. And so next week, I am a little bit more optimistic that NEO can make its way back into this channel. Right now, we're looking at UAVS on the 30-minute time frame. So UAVS got crushed yesterday after Bonita's Research put out an article talking about fraud allegations. And so UAVS responded today with a nice little run up 15% off the bottoms that we've seen. So right now on a technical basis, right now does not look like a buying opportunity at all for UAVS. Right now, I just want to see where this volatility kind of sits. I do believe if UAVS can get back up above this uptrend line right here, that becomes a nice buying opportunity, and that does signal a lot more bullish momentum. Right now, because we have used our 50 SMA right now, we are kind of just settling in. There's a lot of volume coming into the stock right now, and so I'm patiently waiting here on the sidelines. I'm waiting for the dust to settle here for UAVS. We got to test once of this 50 SMA, and so I want to see a little bit more bullish price action into our channel before I make a trade in this stock. And so overall here with UAVS, we actually had a really great day off those lows. And so if we just kind of look at the volume here for UAVS, we've had a lot more volume in this stock the last couple days. Our RSI is at 42, and we have a lot more red than green here in UAVS. But the one thing that does kind of scare me here on the daily time frame is potentially a head and shoulders, this being the head, this being a shoulder, and then potentially us trading between our 100-day SMA and our 50 as another shoulder. And so I'm not saying that's happening, but that is something to take into consideration if you're looking at UAVS. And so right now is not a good opportunity to buy this stock in my opinion. Yes, it is cheap, but it could get cheaper. And so just wait here if you are still on the sidelines with UAVS. Right now, we are in no man's land. Second stock of the day, we're looking at BLNK Charging, ticker symbol BLNK on the 30-minute time frame. So we were up about 3% today. And very similarly, like NEO, we broke out of our longer term pattern here with BLNK, and we did find some temporary support here at our 50-day SMA. You guys can see we closed right above. We kind of hovered here for a little bit. We were battling, but then we did end up closing. At the end of the day, you can see we did have a lot more selling though to close out the day here for BLNK. So I am bearish in general for BLNK Charging just because the fundamentals aren't as solid as a company like NEO. Right now with BLNK, if you are an investor, what you're looking for is it to hold this 50 SMA. If it can't hold this 50 SMA, there's going to be a lot more downside pressure here, and we could find a bottom here near this 100-day SMA at around $29-30. And so that is a pretty big drop from the point we're at right now, but something that goes up so fast eventually does come down. And so you can kind of just see this kind of just rounding out in general for BLNK. So we might have seen the top here already with BLNK Charging, so be careful. We were up about 3.32% today. Next stock of the day, we're looking at Canoe. So GOEV was down 2.48%. And the biggest things to mention here is the fact that we got rejected by our 50 SMA, but then we also got rejected by our uptrend line. And why I say that is because you can see when we broke down from our uptrend, we did go back test and we did get rejected, and that was a very healthy rejection. And so right now we are bearish here on GOEV. And so if you guys do remember, pull this out on the daily so you get a clear view of what I'm talking about. This uptrend is something that we have been following GOEV this entire run up, and so anytime we are below this line, we are bearish. And right now we did see some very bearish price action, and so we could potentially be looking for some support here at our 100-day SMA, which is at around $13.98. So kind of be careful here with GOEV. If you can't make its way back into this channel, it does see some more downside pressure. Next stock of the day, we're looking at Amazon. So Amazon on the 30-minute time frame had a pretty rough day today. So we were down 2.35%. we've got rejected by our uptrend line of resistance here a couple of times here with Amazon, and we got a really bad rejection this time. You can see how we closed out the day. RSI is oversold here at 26, but right now we are looking for a bottom here on Amazon still, and we're looking at this 50 SMA and this 100-day SMA to hold as a line of support and a potential buying opportunity as well if you have yet to get in. If these two levels do not hold as support, I do believe that Amazon will test this bottom line of support in this channel that we have been trading in since about August of last year. So this is a pretty long-term channel, and so if we do break down here, look for a nice little swing play opportunity slash buy right here around 3100. Next stock of the day, we're looking at AMC on the 30-minute time frame. So AMC has been trading sideways for a while now. We were up 3.45%, but there haven't really been any signals here to buy in this stock. The one thing that I do find a little interesting here is that our 50-day SMA is starting to creep up, and it does look like it's about to cross our 200-day SMA. So that actually is a very bullish thing to see. And so if we do continue to consolidate, our 50-day SMA will start to creep up a little bit higher, and that consolidation might be a really good foundation for another leg up here in AMC. And so I'm watching this one closely, as I have made a play on this earlier, and so now I'm going to see if we can make another one potentially if we see any sort of price action increasing. Overall volume is still very stagnant, and there isn't really anything to look here for AMC at the moment. Next stock of the day, we're looking at TLRY on the 30-minute time frame. So TLRY stock actually had a pretty nice day today. We were up almost 8% here, but the one thing to mention here is that we are still underneath our uptrend line. So it was good that we held our other line of support. We never got a back test, but we did stay above it. But right now, I would be staying away from TLRY until we see a back test here of this uptrend line. If we get a back test and a rejection, I am bearish, but if we can break above this line, that does pose for a nice buying opportunity. But right now you can see we're between two trend lines, so right now it's not an opportunity to get into the stock. We need to see better price action, and so we'll see what happens next week here with TLRY, whether we bleed down here, further test this as support, or we run up and test this as resistance. But again, I will be here to update you guys on the situation. But today overall, pretty healthy day for the cannabis stocks in general, up about 7.79%. Next stock of the day, we're looking at Barrick Gold Corporation, ticker symbol GOLD on the 30-minute time frame. So I'm going to add this to our daily stock watch list as well, because I know a lot of people are watching this, and this is a stock that I'm also watching. And so we actually had some tough price action today here in gold. You can see this was our line of support on gold, but we kind of held it a little bit here pre-market, but you can see we kind of got crushed during the session. And so right now we have yet to find a bottom here on GOLD, and so we are moving further and further away from our 50 SMA, and so we should be getting to a bottom very soon. If we look at our RSI is at 29. We are oversold. If I pull this out onto the daily time frame, you can see that our RSI here on the daily time frame is about 22, so we are extremely oversold here in Barrick Gold. And so another line of support that I'm looking at right here is this one that follows along this uptrend as well. You can see we treat it as support 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times here. And so if we do get a back test here, I do believe this will be the buying opportunity that a lot of us have been waiting for. And so I'm looking at right here at around $18 to about $17.50 as a buy range on gold. And so I thought we were going to get a nice stoppage right here, but we did not get that. And so if we do see further bleeding, look for that buying opportunity right here. And I think that is a solid price to get in this stock. And so that was our daily stock recap of all the stocks that I mentioned this week, as well as old stocks that we are watching in general. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like. We are on that road to 10K subs, so if you made it to this point, feel free to hit that subscription button. This is Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy, and I will see you guys in the next one.